Welcome back to our continued coverage on Field 6 at WakeMed Soccer Park of the TST. As we've got the Raleigh Rebels getting ready to take on Socceroof. I want to remind you the TST rules. It's 7v7. There are no throw-ins. There is no offside. There are no slide tackles. Here's the deal. After they play 20 and then another 20, you'll take the score, add 1, and that'll be the target score. And then they'll play 3 minutes. If they don't have a winner for that target score, they'll take a player off. Another 3 minutes, another player off, and on we go. We are out there and ready to go. The Raleigh Rebels have made a ton of noise over the last 2 years. They're back and better than ever, loaded up. And they have told me they are going for the $1 million. It's one thing to tell it. It's another thing to mean it. And let me tell you, folks, I think they mean it. They'll face a very talented team, though, in Socceroof. Socceroof is in the all green. My name's Dean Linke on Field 6 all day long. Here with Michael, Kwame, and Aaron. They have been great all morning here as now we've got our third game. The Rebels in white and red. Earlier I mentioned Jeremy Kelly was expected to play for the Raleigh Rebels but then got signed by a team late, so he won't be here. But it doesn't matter as the Rebels have loaded up again to the point where their tireless worker Cameron Steele spent some time with North Carolina FC / the Railhawks. Not even out there right now. When he comes in, it is unlimited, boundless energy from him. The TST, $1 million on the line. And that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick. Corner kick coming for the Rebels. The Raleigh Rebels, they go short. This team plays together a lot, as this is Group K. Raleigh Rebels taking on Socceroof. A little bit more about Socceroof. Socceroof is one of the most important indoor soccer providers in the North American East Coast, with 3 facilities in New York City, 1 in Westchester County and 2 in Montreal. They aim to grow soccer for people of all ages, genders, and backgrounds. Their facilities are equipped with last-generation synthetic grass designed for all soccer and fitness lovers. Additionally, each complex provides top customer experience through its various amenities and can host any type of event all year round. Socceroof is more than a facility. It's a community that brings soccer enthusiasts together and always brings a pretty good team together as well. Also coming out of Group K, the Raleigh Rebels. The hometown kids are back after back-to-back appearances in the knockout rounds. The Raleigh Rebels make the short trip down to WakeMed Soccer Complex. Once again, known for their resilience and teamwork, the Rebels have built a reputation of one of the most competitive teams in the tournament. They are feisty with a roster featuring local talent and seasoned players. The Rebels are indeed poised to make a deep run this summer with hopes of bringing home the elusive TST trophy and the $1 million prize. The Rebels with yet another corner kick. Sent far stick and headed away, and they'll have another corner kick coming. Rebels taking their time here. See if that helps them a lot, because a lot of times when you watch the Rebels, they get shot out of a cannon. They bring so much energy, dangerous opportunity. The header just not quite there. Pretty good ball delivered in by Steele, who is just relentless. He is power, and works so hard and wants it so bad. Socceroof likes to play it back for a little bit. Chope, the starting goalkeeper. Ducros, Caye, Elise, Egubier, Tressens, and Castera, the starting lineup for Socceroof. The starting lineup for the Rebels was Alex Henderson in goal, Chinchilla Padilla, Espicia Gonzalez, Jorge Quintanilla, who plays for John Bradford's North Carolina FC team, Gabriel Privatera, Evan De Silva, Nicholas Mickley, some of the fine members of the Raleigh Rebels. Cam Steele already in there. Chase Road also in there, of Cardinal Gibbons' acclaim. Tremendous leader. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll come back to Socceroof, who's had a little bit more of the ball. Favilla drops it back. Now looking for it is Trejo. Good ball, played into space, won by the Rebels first, and a whistle is called to be a dangerous free kick from a pretty good angle here. You could even be thinking a potential shot for the Rebels. The Rebels have a couple players interested in taking it, but it looks like Favilla will win it. So Favilla with his left foot, looping ball far side, read perfectly by Socceroof. Now here comes Socceroof. A giant up top running straight downhill, drops it off. That giant was Kone. And now it'll go out of bounds. Good work by the Rebels. And the Rebels will hustle to make a couple changes here. Good shift by the Rebels coming from number 7, Edmundo Robinson. And he'll run out. New players coming in. Looks like a deeper team for this Rebels team, which will really help them, as over the years they've had players go almost all of 40 and almost all of the extra time as well. I like how this team is built this time around for the Raleigh Rebels. A lot more depth as they find the feet of Gabriel Privatera. On the other side, Yang with the green shoes, and he'll look to come out. They play it quickly in. De Silva trying to bend one around and didn't quite hit it right, and we're still at zeros. Check with Kwame on minutes. 12 minutes remaining here in the first half. Goal kick coming. The TST, a true soccer festival. Second consecutive year. 48 teams, 12 groups of 4 get together. They start in their groups and work their way till Sunday with a chance to win $1 million. There'll be 16 women's teams that'll get rolling. Last year, La Bombonera won it on the men's side. The U.S. women, led by Heather O'Reilly, won it on the women's side, beating a very good North Carolina Courage team. They'll play it all the way back. Joe This is trouble, and it's picked up there by Henderson. Alex Henderson, a giant in goal for the Rebels. Lost out of bounds that time. The Rebels, Nicholas, number 18, wasn't quite ready. It was a tough pass to handle, to be fair. Another big man in the back, number 18, Boyata. So they got a giant center back and a giant 9. They play it up to the 9. Decent touch. And the big long legs there of Inza Cone. What a target. Far side in the corner, back across, and Henderson's got it, still at zeros. 9:40 left here in the first half. Rebels with really nice new kit as well. The white and the red, they're steel. So much power and strength. Spent a little time at Penn State, eventually ended up playing professionally here, and then has hit this tour and is a fixture. This one deflected off. It'll be a corner kick coming for the Raleigh Rebels. The Raleigh Rebels now bringing in a couple changes. They do bring in the giant that is Chase Road, a quality young man, number 23, always there for his teammates. Driven in, forcing Jolt to get a paw on it and knock it out of bounds. The soccer festival that is the TST, the soccer tournament. 2 $1 million prizes given off on Sunday. It's not just every day. It feels like every minute the excitement builds around the TST, and you'll feel that. And really, this year, the early morning games had fans all around the fields, everywhere. That just gives you an idea, a little bit of equity involved and what John Mugar and all of the great folks with the TST have done, and they built here in collaboration with the town of Cary. Coming in pretty hard there was Robinson. I want to thank our producer, John Loomis, for his great work. With John for all 8 games here today on Field 6.
First half, your score: Selección Potrero 1, Trident FC 0.
So a quick change for the Rebels as Robinson elects to go out again. On the ball now, Trejo. Trejo, really crafty player, and there's the big Henderson, giant goalkeeper. Decent turn in, and great save by Joe. Goalkeeping massive in the TST. A big reason why Hoosier Army was one step away from making the final a year ago. CeeLo, Christian Lomelli, given the Golden Glove, is back again. Looks great, looks ready. A couple key players missing from Hoosier Army, but any team that has Todd Yeagley and Kevin Robeson involved and Harrison Petch, you know they've added reinforcements. Jope again, looking really good in goal for Socceroof. No score. Remember, 7v7, no offside, no throw-ins, no sliding tackles. Unlimited subs. You just got to make sure you get off the field properly. That was a big problem a couple years ago. Into the game now for the Rebels is Gabriel Privatera, number 15, and he's got it now. So Privatera, he's got the giant. Gonzalez, number 6, in front of him. And Jope again's got it. Check with Kwame on time. 5:20 remaining here in the first half. Field 6. Right as you're driving into the beautiful WakeMed Soccer Park and right in front of First Horizon Stadium, the home to the North Carolina Courage and North Carolina FC, two very good professional teams in the women and men's ranks respectively. Tons of patience, turnover, and the Rebels try to pounce to Silva. De Silva drops it back, extra shot, and running out of real estate there is Nicholas. Jope has looked really good for Socceroof as the Rebels have had quite a bit of the ball. Steele looking to get a run in here quick. Jope sends it long. One bounce and picked up by Henderson. Still no score. Just under 4 minutes. Turnover, Socceroof, shot from distance. Great closeout by the Rebels as Favia gets there first. High in the air, trying to get under it is Robinson, and Robinson called for the foul. So a couple of hard fouls on Robinson. Does not get a yellow there, though, but definitely will be noted. I think the next foul from Robinson could be a card. 3 minutes remaining in the first 20. Picked up by Henderson, the big giant goalkeeper for the Raleigh Rebels.
2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Couple turns. Jope taking his time. 2 minutes now left in the first 20 here, the first half. Socceroof. Collection of players from all over, but a lot of flavor from New York and Canada. Steele is there, and Steele will run it down. Reminding you the target score rules. Right now it's 0-0, so if the game ended after 20 more minutes, the target score would be 1. That means the first team to 1 would win. And the person who scored that goal would get the Adidas Golden Fleece. Michael Carpenter, number 10. Whistled that time as it stays with Socceroof. They bring in some more giants up top. Got some big boys playing up top. Does Socceroof, number 9, Anthony Costera. Back across Costera, trying to get his head to it. It's headed away by the Rebels. So it'll be a corner kick coming for Socceroof. This is big moment here for Henderson, the giant in goal for the Rebels. Trying to keep it at zeros here. Henderson stays put, headed out first by the Rebels. The turn, it was a good one, but defended perfectly by number 10, Carpenter, and it's going to go out of bounds for a kick-in. Remember, no throw-ins as part of the TST 7v7 small-sided format. where indoor teams have done really well in the first 2 years. Futsal teams. One back by the Rebels. On the attack, Yang. One stop there. The left hand of Jope coming up big as we are coming down to the final seconds here. 10 seconds. Back across again. Remember that play from Jope, the big-time goalkeeper for Socceroof, to keep this one at zeros. And that is the end of the first half. The Raleigh Rebels 0 and Socceroof 0. We'll step aside and be back with the second half in 5 minutes or so. Stay with us. Welcome back to our Field 6 coverage of the TST, day number 1 of what is a true soccer festival. Our halftime score, the Raleigh Rebels 0 and Socceroof 0. Dean Linke with you. Let's take a look at the first half stats that you can see on your screen. 7 shots for the Rebels, 5 for Socceroof. 2 of the 7 on goal for the Rebels, 2 on goal for Socceroof. No yellow cards, no red cards. 4 corners for Socceroof to just 1 for the Raleigh Rebels. Coming up after this game, Newtown Pride FC, they won it in the debut season 2 years ago, and they'll be taking on Dueling for Lincoln FC. That will be the final game of what we're calling the morning, early afternoon sessions. We'll take a little break and come back with 4 more games here on Field 6. Let's talk a little bit about target score. Every game ends with a goal, which has made every moment I've spent with this tournament over the last 3 years special. What do I mean by that? Well, here's the deal. You play the 40 minutes, and then you take the score. Right now the score is 0-0. If they go another 20 and it's 0-0, the target score is 1. What does that mean? Well, the first team to 1 wins the game. Now here's the deal. They'll go 3 minutes. If they don't have a goal, they'll take a player off. They'll go down to 6v6, 3 more minutes, 5v5, 3 more, 4v4, and then they'll cap it at 2v2 until they get a winner. A new addition, thanks to the great corporate partnership of Adidas, the player that scores the target score goal gets a golden fleece scarf from Adidas, and that has been part of our game production as well. Both teams back out there ready to go in the second half. The Raleigh Rebels in their white, red, and white. Socceroof in their green with a little bit of white, sort of beige trim would be the best way to say it. Socceroof has got some giants out on the field. Now let's see what they can do. Both teams with really good goalkeeping as well. So the second half is underway. And Cam Steele did not start the first half, but he is out there starting the second half, and he gets a foot on it right there. He is just so busy. Good little move here from Socceroof, and they score as it's 1-0. Socceroof capitalizing on a mistake, and the goal coming for Socceroof from number 16, as that's Musa Haddad. So Musa Haddad with the goal. Musa Haddad has made it 1-0. Socceroof on top. Little ball. Same goalkeepers back out there. Henderson for the Rebels. Just saw that one go by him. Jope for Socceroof. Jope was outstanding in the first half. Here's Jope. Lets it sail all the way over. And now Socceroof with the 1-0 lead. We'll see if they can add to it. Really good run here as they're flying down the field. Henderson comes out, does enough to slow down. Go all the way through to Jope. Jope, he's got great feet. Another key to winning it is a goalkeeper with great feet, because particularly late in the game when they get to target score time and they start taking players off, you need a goalkeeper that can stay in there a little bit longer. We've already seen in one of the games where they pulled the goalies at different times and put a penny on a field player. That field player can use its hands within the goal box, but usually elects not to wear gloves. Little turn here, another run. Socceroof dangerous again. Henderson parries it away, big time save. Good hard tackle, as you're gonna see the intensity pick up, particularly from this team that's got a ton of pride, the Raleigh Rebels. You can never count the Raleigh Rebels out, ever. Corner coming for Socceroof with the 1-0 lead. Taken away by the Raleigh Rebels. The Raleigh Rebels with some speed. Shot from distance. Jope gets down, and Jope with another great save. A lot of subs getting ready to come in. Socceroof, they do have the experience. Saw a little bit of them last year. They do have the ability to take the air out of the ball and manage a lead. It doesn't matter, though, because remember, target score time, if it stays 1-0, the Rebels aren't out of it. They can get 2 in target score time and win it. But make no mistake, Socceroof does a really good job managing leads. That's why I mentioned that with the 1-0 lead. You can see right now their lines, they've got a couple lines of 3 defending with the 1-0 lead. We'll see if somehow the Raleigh Rebels can probe, penetrate, and get that equalizer. Sent out of bounds. One back again here by Socceroof. They've got an opening shot and deflected. It will be a corner kick. Corner kick coming for Socceroof. Sent right back in, and it'll be another corner kick. This corner kick went long, so the first one sent right back. Second one goes all the way out of bounds. It'll be a kick in for the Rebels. The soccer festival that is known as the TST, now the 3rd consecutive year here at WakeMet Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina, in conjunction with the great folks at the town of Cary. WakeMet Soccer Park for several World Cups was the final stop for U.S. men's teams, including Bruce Arena made this stop a couple times for a couple of his World Cup visits, as Henderson will get that one as well. The Rebels are in, and the Rebels get a corner kick. So here come the Rebels. Corner kick coming for the Rebels. They elect to go short. Played back. Little turn on it. Inside the mixer, looking to go far post. Well planned, the execution just not quite there. I want to thank the man I call Dr. Ken Neal, who will be around here as we get closer to crowning the champs, for being kind enough to get me involved in this event a couple years ago, and love it every year, look forward to it every year. I think pretty much everybody that works it feels the same way. Also want to thank Mike Burks. What a job he does as kind of the CP of the entire event. Tireless worker. He's got it rough when he leaves here as he heads to Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Rebels earn a whistle. Try to play it quick. No panic in the Rebels, but it's not going to be easy because Jope has been really good to start this game. Great save there by Henderson. But under 12 minutes remaining here. A key part of this game, make no mistake, has been Jope and Go, who has had big saves. He's on it now with the ball at his feet. But he has been really good to keep the Rebels off the scoreboard. Well done by Socceroof to come back and win that with their great size. I mean, they've got true number 9s playing up top that can hold it up and then you can run off of it. This one's sent from distance. and just a little bit of trouble. It's 1-0 Socceroof on top of the Raleigh Rebels. Rough touch there, but staying with it for Socceroof was Favila. Steele going to try to get to this one. Steele. And Steele is called for the foul. More changes being made. That shot was hammered right there. Absolutely hammered. And picked up again by Henderson. Socceroof on top 1-0. The Rebels trying to find that equalizer before we go to target score time. Stepping in just in time is Elijah. Elijah, he thought he had earned a kick in, but they'll say it's off of Elijah. It'll come back to Socceroof. They've got a 1-0 lead. Musa Haddad, number 16 for Socceroof, with the only goal of the game, getting it by the talented Henderson, and that's where we stand. We'll check with my main man, Kwame, on how much time we got left here in the second half. Time check with Kwame is 8:50 remaining in the second half. Thank you, Kwame. Some more changes coming here for Socceroof with the 1-0 lead. It's interesting. The Rebels have so much talent and a lot more depth, and it might be kind of a situation of finding the right combination of players here in game number one. We have seen games where the Rebels have just absolutely come out and flattened teams. Here it's been a little bit tougher as they are just searching for that first goal. Here's a shot from distance, stayed low. Not on frame. Jope was ready for it. Running downhill again, the long, lanky members of Socceroof who lead this by a score of 1-0. It's actually one of their smaller guys that scored the goal, but they have some big, tall players. Played in. That was an excellent defensive play coming in. Dominic Jensen, number 22. Jorge Quintanillo, who has played this year for North Carolina FC, the pro team led by John Bradford, who's on a good run right now. Played back to Jensen. Jensen just had that great play a moment ago. Socceroof, you can tell, trying to find the answer here to get the equalizer. Down 1-0. Jensen rolls it back over. Quintanillo. Great opportunity for Quintanillo, who has been rostered for several North Carolina FC professional games out of USL Championship, but then got a little knock and now working his way back, and John Bradford gave approval for him to play in this game, which says a lot about the quality and the kind of person that John Bradford is, the top man for North Carolina FC. This is their home, WakeMed Soccer Park. the Raleigh Rebels. Far post, Jope in front. And once again, the defense is there, but the Rebels will have the kick in. Remember, no throw-ins. And Jope gets low again. Guy's good. So the kick in, you can tell sometimes you even have to remind the players no throw-ins, it's all kick-ins. Five and a half minutes left here in regulation. One goal for Socceroof, none for the Raleigh Rebels, a team that even in our pre-pro cause, again, everything has been so professional. They've added a ton of new and great broadcasters as well. Everybody stays pretty fresh as we work our way through it, and we hope you're enjoying it. I know I am. One back by the Rebels. Drop back again. Decent move here. Quintanillo. And they tackle. They'll call it clean. The Rebels win it. Play it back. Little tap. Jope is down again. Jope is so busy. He's got really good feet. He can get low quickly. And he's part of the reason why Socceroof is pitching a shutout here. As we're winding down, Henderson comes up big. Remember that, because the last thing you want to do is give up a second goal here in the final seconds of the first half. Jensen. Good ball from Jensen on the far side. The Rebels running downhill. Jope protecting the near post, but it'll be a corner coming for the Rebels. Corner kick, Raleigh Rebels down 1-0 to Socceroof. They elect to go short again. And that one hit just a little bit too high by Quintanillo. .345 remaining here in regulation. Still 1-0. Little touch from Kaye, number 4 for Socceroof. Steele does well to earn the kick in. Now Steele's on it. Little touch from deep, coming from the Rebels. Padilla, number 96. Still loose, Jope again. So good, even when he has to go down to the ground on his backside, still making big time saves, keeping the Rebels at bay. The Rebels have some heat. Here's Padilla from distance. Deflected away again. Favilla had it ripped away. Socceroof, good cutback right in front of us from Tressens, wearing number 12. Socceroof, good mark coming over from Robinson. And now there's Henderson, who deserves a break. The big man has been challenged. Favilla gives it up. Eyang. Shot from distance. That time Jope didn't move, as Privatera for the first time had Jope confused, but it just was not on frame. And you can kind of see that the Rebels are very much in this game.
Your score, Socceroof 1. Raleigh Rebels no score.
Approaching
just under a minute and 30 seconds to go.
Under 90 seconds to go in the second half. Jorge Quintanillo back into the game, wearing number 8. Jope, the star of the game, sends it long. So 1 minute remaining.
Scored by number 20, Franco Romero.
The Rebels would love to get an equalizer and make it 1-1 with the target score set at 2. Either way right now, the target score is set at 2, but it's 1-0. Always good to see Todd Yeagley in the house, top man of the Indiana Hoosiers. A little touch, left foot, now back to the right foot. The Rebels will knock it out of bounds. It'll come back to Socceroof. They have the 1-0 lead, and we have 12 seconds. So it looks like the target score is going to be set for 2. And that is the whistle. We have played 40, and Socceroof out of New York, Canada, and other great places have a 1-goal lead. Musa Haddad with the score over Raleigh Rebels. The target score set at 2 with a 1-0 lead for Socceroof. We'll be back for target score time in just a couple minutes. Target score time in a tightly contested game here between the Raleigh Rebels, one of the hometown favorites in the white and red. They have 0. Socceroof out of the New York area into Canada, they have 1. It's 1-0. The target score is set for 2. First team to get to 2 gets the 3 points and wins. The player that scores the target score goal of 2 gets a golden fleece scarf that is beautiful from Adidas, one of the great sponsors of the TST among so many, as this has grown in so many ways. It's grown in people actually being at WakeMed Soccer Park, people watching online and on the ESPN family of networks, and then also in corporate partnership. It has grown tremendously each and every year. John Mugar and his crew do great work. Had John on the United Soccer Coaches podcast a couple times, hoping to have him on perhaps the one in June to kind of recap what took place here. We'll see if we can make that happen. It's simple. The team in the dark uniforms, if they score, they win. Meanwhile, the team in the white and red, they need to score 2 to win. First 1 to 2 wins. Target score. Looked like a foul there, and it was. Here we go. The Raleigh Rebels trying to pull one back, running downhill, a couple extra touches. They need to perhaps be a little quicker on the release. See if they can make that happen. Very much in attack mode, looking for the equalizer, the turn. Boy, it's going to be tough to beat Jope. Jope, I feel like if that was on frame, still had it. He is that quick, that elusive, that fast in goal for Socceroof. He has been phenomenal. Pitching a shutout here. He's got a clean sheet rolling for Socceroof. They lead at 1-0. Here's the goal scorer for Socceroof from distance. Henderson gets low, the big man, and this one sent into the parking lot. It'll come back to the Raleigh Rebels. Socceroof, I think, could send a little bit of shockwaves if they can hang on to this win. Not major ones, but the Raleigh Rebels have made a lot of noise over the last couple years. Socceroof been a nice team as well. This is a good game. And now some of the giants for Socceroof getting ready to come in to perhaps close it out. Here's Cam Steele, really the ringleader behind this team. And his family does so much to support the team. The Rebels trying to find an answer. Padilla. Chichilla Padilla. One of the top names among many great names here in the TST. And they're going to say that goes off the Rebels, and we'll come back to Socceroof. All right, we're now down to 6v6 as we've gone 3 minutes without the target score of 2 being hit. It's 1-0 Socceroof on top of the Raleigh Rebels, but they'll go 6v6. With that 6v6, another one of the Giants coming in as Sukana, number 2, comes in. He's got to be 6'2", 6'3". Jope, the goalie, drops it over to Haddad. Foul called as they do their best to try to hold up Florian, another one of the Giants for Socceroof. Musa Haddad, he's got one already. It's a 2-man wall. Is he thinking shot? He is, and it goes over the crossbar. He was going to try to end it right there from long distance, and they're saying by less than 6 inches there. Haddad trying to end it on his own. Starting to approach the time where they'll get rid of another player. Here comes Socceroof. Boyata. They'll play it back to Jope. The way Jope has played, you just kind of get the feeling that as they continue to take players off, he will not be one of them because his feet have been outstanding, and he looks like the kind of player that could stay in there and end the game for Socceroof. We'll see. There's quite a bit of planning that goes into this, including how you manage when you get to 5v5, 4v4, 3v3, and we're really close to taking another player off. Field 6, what we're kind of calling the upper fields as you drive in. Right to your right, and right in front of us is First Horizon Stadium here at WakeMed Soccer Park. To the right of WakeMed Soccer Park, kind of made the marquee stadium until Sunday, is Field 3, thanks to Pat McAfee, as his team is back in it, coached by two of the legends of the game, Tony Miola and Tab Ramos, who were on the 94 World Cup team, which I served as the senior press officer, so it would be great to see them a little bit later on. Got a helicopter from Capital Broadcasting over top, sent back across. On it right now is Robinson. A higher line from Socceroof with the 1-0 lead, and that's just great defense right there from Oscar Rodriguez. One back, though, by the Raleigh Rebels. Jope gets set, so does the defense in front of it. Send it back to Henderson. Henderson has had a big-time game as well. So 5v5 now. Target score is 2. Socceroof has a 1-0 lead over the Raleigh Rebels. The Rebels trying to find a way to get on the board. They have not panicked, to say the least. Trejo, number 5, in there. Wow, a crunching tackle coming in there effectively by Cone. And then a good tackle, nice and clean finesse there by Privatera, taken back. Now Privatera gets tangled up, and Privatera gets called for the foul. So the long, lanky number 17, Cone, has another long, lanky man, Boyata, behind him. Taken away by the Rebels. That looked like a foul. Referee plays advantage. Shot from distance, and just not on frame. It is just so hard to beat a goalie who is dialed in the way Jope is dialed in this one. I'm telling you, he's stopping everything. And this is an element that is key as he comes forward, makes a good pass. And just like that, they're just outside the 18, and Henderson gets low. We'll see how the Raleigh Rebels elect to make their changes, who they're going to go with down the stretch to try to get the equalizer. How do they balance out some of these giants that are on the field for Socceroof and then still figure out a way to beat Jope? Jope's got the near post protected. They come back. Not a bad ball. Top of the 18. Little back heel. Great pass. Oh, and the shot just missing. Now they'll try to go long with it. Best chance yet for the Raleigh Rebels with a wonderful backheel pass, but the finish just not quite there. 1 minute before we take off another player, and it's going to make it wide open. We'll see how that changes the dynamic. A couple more players coming in before we make that change. Meanwhile, Socceroof is going to take off Boyata. On the ball now, Mutombo. Mutombo, little give and go. Mutombo gets it back. Mutombo with a little push at the end, and it's going to come back to Henderson and the Raleigh Rebels. We're getting really close to heading to 4v4 here. Socceroof won approximately 30 seconds, in fact, to go 4v4. Henderson works his way forward. Little drop, extra pass, but nobody home. Not quite on the same page there with Jorge Quintanillo. One of the newer players, a chance to end it here. And getting back just in time to knock it out of bounds was Edmundo Robinson. So we're now going down to 4v4 as another 3 minutes has gone by without us finding that target score of 2. Good opportunity for it here, but Henderson's got it. Henderson showing pretty good work with his feet as well, as he'll drop it over to Yang. Finds the feet of Quintanillo. The Rebels, they need 2. One denied again. We have seen Socceroof be willing to sacrifice their bodies before it can even get to Jope. When it does get to Jope, the goalie's been incredible for Socceroof. Incredible. Dancing with it. Right at the top. Favila. Jope brings it forward. Finds the feet of Mutombo. Four v 4 right now. Jope, he's done everything else. Why not come forward and take a shot? Mutombo deals with it. One v 1 defending there. Mutombo gets pushed off the ball, and it will come back to the Rebels. That's really good defending. Coming out of the game is Quintanillo. All right, so now we'll see what we've seen here already, and we'll see the Raleigh Rebels elect to put a penny on a field player, which will serve as the goalkeeper. So they'll do that particularly on attack, and getting the job of wearing the penny is Urban Trejo, number 5. So Trejo drops it back over. Cohen. Decent ball. Rebels. Just feels like they're gaining in confidence. Trejo got a chance here with the left, and he's tied it. And Trejo's made it 1-1. Henderson will come back in. The target score is 2, and we're all tied at 1s.
Assisted by number 12 is
Mania Cohen will get the assist. What a great move. They put the penny on Trejo, and that opened it up. Trejo at the top gets it by Jope, and we're now tied at 1-1. So the target is 2. Pretty simple math. The next goal wins. Well done by our PA announcer, Aaron. Henderson with a big-time save, so now we'll see if they make a change again. Right now they're not gonna. The long throw, not quite there. So here we go. Shot. Oh, it went off the crossbar. I cannot believe it didn't go in. It went off the foot of number 17, Cone, off the crossbar, and then the other way with a wide open goal. Not quite there. Both teams looked like they were going to get the winner. Both teams disappointed that it didn't happen. Wow. So it is 3v3. 3v3. Henderson stays in there on goal. They've got the attacking player. Oh, Oh, there it is. What a great fake in the winner. He thought he had one earlier, and getting the winner for Socceroof is none other than Inza Cone, and he'll get the Adidas Golden Fleece as well, and Socceroof with 3 big points over the Raleigh Rebels. We'll stay on the air for a moment to see number 17 get the Adidas Golden Fleece scarf. It's not hard to find him. The guy's a giant. I'm saying 6'5"-ish. Might be taller. So he's been given the Adidas Golden Fleece, and with that, we'll sign off. Congratulations, as Socceroof gets 3 points with an impressive 2-1 win over the Raleigh Rebels.